Take your time, what's the rush? Maybe I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Dang, you guys see my dog? Kona! What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Who you barking at? Who you barking at, dog? I don't know who she's talking to. There's people walking outside. Anyway, I'm here to record another video for you guys. And this one is about how I would bulk if I was still in high school. Introduction. High school gains are hard. I get that. I remember when I was in high school and I used to lift all the time actually. I would lift in weight training class. I would lift after school. My freaking high school basketball coach, my even middle school coach, all those guys would tell me to lift. And to be honest, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I would spend a lot of the time just literally curling a dumbbell over and 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 over. And I wasn't really seeing any gains. Like, yeah, my bicep looked a little bit bigger, but I wasn't doing anything else. So everything else looked small. Hey! Trying to do a video, dog. So, if you are in high school and you're still skinny, maybe you've been lifting for a minute, but you've been struggling to put on muscle. You're trying to go the natural route. You're not trying to be like a big druggie that pops a bunch of steroids. I get it. I didn't want to do that either. I wanted to go the natural way. On top of that, you're probably busy because you're in high school. Maybe you've got after-school clubs. You're probably in sports. Maybe, who knows, maybe I could even go so crazy as to say you even have a girlfriend. Probably not. But on top of that, you probably can't eat enough. And, I get it. It's all overwhelming. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I've been there. I used to be that kid. I did have a girlfriend, unlike you probably. I've had a girlfriend all 4 years of high school because I was just that guy. But no, on a serious note, I did struggle in high school to put on size. It was rough. It was busy. I did dedicate hours to going to the gym every week, but for some reason I couldn't see results. On top of that, looking up till now, I'm 26 years old. I've got over a total of 15 years of natural lifting experience. I've built muscle. I've been fat. Matter of fact, let me show you guys real quick if I can find a photo. I've definitely been fat. This was probably me at one of my biggest moments, pushing 200 pounds. I was a big dude, super strong. I was killing it in the gym, but it definitely didn't look the part. I was definitely big. And then, of course, on the other hand, I've been shredded too. I think I look pretty good here. A couple more photos, I put on some size. This is me in high school. I was pretty skinny. I might look good with my shirt off to some other high school girls and stuff, but with a shirt on, I look like my little bro Kobe here. I look small. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to be skinny and this size forever. Take a look at my brother. My brother was probably he was probably around his early 20s, 20, 21 or something here, and he's double my size. He's huge. That's what I wanted to look like, obviously. So I took the time. I learned how to lift properly. I learned about nutrition. I learned about my diet. I learned about recovery and how to optimize my sleep. And now I would say I'm at a pretty decent size. I'm not trying to get super big nowadays. I'm not trying to be super shredded either. I'm kind of in this middle ground where I like to lift, but I also like to eat. So that gives me a good enough decent size, but I'm a little chubby sometimes because I'm not focused on getting shredded. I'm focused about looking good in my clothes. So with that being said, here's what I want to cover in today's video. I want to show you exactly how I'd bulk in high school, if I were to start over. These are going to be some practical tips for the food, for the gym also, and your mindset too. There should be no more excuses after this video. The plan is we're going to cover eating at school. We're going to go over some gym hacks and the mental game as well. Because believe it or not, your mindset is super important when it comes to putting on size as a natural skinny young guy. Just a heads up, for a full A to Z system for skinny high school guys. You can learn everything you need. I teach diet, nutrition, for coaching, one-on-one coaching. It comes with a private school community as well. If you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the description below. All right, let's continue. Let me close some of these other tabs real quick because they're a little distracting. All right, ADHD is kicking in a little bit. So, the school food survival guide. What's the problem? The problem is getting enough food in class, and for a good chunk of your schools, a lot of the school lunches suck, especially if you're trying to put on size and make some actual gains. No one's trying to eat a couple apples and a shitty pizza for their lunch. You can, but I'm telling you, you're probably not going to get the right gains that you want. What's the solution here? The solution is to master some portable, high protein and calorie dense snacks, and even some mini meals if you are not lazy enough that you could put together a little mini meal here and there. It's super easy. So how can you do that? First, you want to focus on your staples. That's going to be protein shakes. And I don't mean like the powder ones. I mean, I used to do that. I would bring powder shakes to school and I'd just go get some water out of the water fountain. But, it's 2025. It's a different time. You can buy a pre-made muscle milk from Costco. Matter of fact, I get a whole box of them for like $20. Okay, it's super cheap. It's the same stuff. Literally throw 3 or 4 in your bag and carry them around school. Drink them whenever you get hungry. Aside from that, you can do sandwiches. If you're trying to put on size, good old classic you can do is peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter is literally made of peanuts, so it's super high in protein. Plus, everyone loves a little jelly. It's going to taste bomb. Make a couple of those with some like protein bread if you want to be serious about your diet and eat healthy. Or if you don't really care, you can go white bread and slowly kill yourself. Just kidding. It's not that bad. It's not that serious. Just really focus on getting your calories in, and then you can focus about being healthy later. Some nuts, seeds, /seeds. For me, I would just go to Winco. I don't know if you have Winco wherever you are, but it's basically a grocery store, and they sell stuff in bulk. So I would go to the bulk section. I'd buy a giant big bag of almonds or sometimes pecans. Throw those in a plastic bag, little Ziploc maybe, and it's super high calorie. Plus, it's also a bunch of protein, so that's super good for you. If you are so educated enough as a young high school natural lifter who is trying to put on size and you're smart enough to boil some eggs, you can boil eggs too. If you don't know how to boil eggs, go to ChatGPT and ask it how to boil eggs. It's a lifesaver. I just learned like last week how to boil eggs. Just kidding, but not really. Kind of like a couple of years ago. They're super easy to pack too. Greek yogurt. This is only going to work if you have like a lunchbox, because I wouldn't throw Greek yogurt in your backpack. There's a chance it could get pretty warm and end up pretty nasty. So if you do pack a lunch, get some of those portable Greek yogurts. Or if not, just get the big tub from Costco of plain Greek yogurt and portion that out for your lunch. I do that all the time for work. Super bomb, super good. And if you want to get fancy, take some of your almonds that you bought from Winco and throw them in with your Greek yogurt. Boom, secret hack right there. Oh, even better hack, go to Costco, get the Trail Mix to-go portable packs. They're like this big box of them, comes with like 30 or 40 of them. All you do is get your Greek yogurt, pull it out of your lunchbox, pull out your little Trail Mix bag, you rip that open. It's already got peanuts, raisins, some M&Ms. Throw that in there, mix it all up. Super bomb. Super easy. Next suggestion is jerky. If you're in high school, there's a good chance you're poor. But if you somehow can afford jerky, I would buy as much jerky as you can. Super bomb. Different flavors. You don't cook it. You don't prep it. It's in a bag. You literally eat it when you get hungry. And it's literally straight up meat. So it's super nutritious. And it's also packed with a bunch of good protein. Aside from that, good tip is to prep ahead. Meaning, if it's Sunday and you got school tomorrow, I would prep all this stuff. That way you can get it done. Throw it in your backpack ahead of time. Put your Greek yogurt in the fridge. Come morning time, throw your Greek yogurt in your lunchbox. Throw your lunchbox in your backpack. You're good to go. Plus, you already put on, you put in all your other snacks like your protein shakes and your trail mix and your jerky. All that stuff can go in your backpack, no problem. And then what I would do is maybe set a timer, or if you don't want to set a timer, just eat between class. Like you're walking to your next class, eat. Lunchtime, eat. You're about to go into weight training, eat. Like, eat as much as you can. Just keep yourself full. Not necessarily keep yourself full, but make sure you're constantly eating. because I get it, as a skinny guy, sometimes you're not always hungry. So it's good to switch your mindset into I need to consume calories. I'm just going to eat whenever possible. And you don't need to eat to the point that you're sick, but just constantly keep eating, keep snacking, and that's a good little hack to put on calories. My program helps with this. I don't know. I wrote High School Bulking Blueprint, but I don't have anything specifically for this. But my whole program is dedicated to young guys who are skinny, who are trying to stay natural, who have been struggling to put on muscle and finally want to change their life and put on some real muscle. So it literally applies to you. It's just not called High School Bulking Blueprint. All right, let's move on to gym class and after school hacks. Problem: limited gym access, limited time. This usually comes with the gym at your local school being taken. A lot of times after school, the basketball team, football team might be in there, or girls volleyball might be in there doing some stuff. So it's hard to get in there sometimes, and usually the gym's only open for a certain amount of time. The solution here is to be efficient and use compound lifts, compound movements. That's if you're using the local school gym, I mean. If you have a gym membership, then you don't really have as much as a problem with this. But if you are using your high school's gym, you should try to aim for 2 to 3 full body workouts per week. And during those workouts, you want to focus on your big compound movements. So that's everything that you use with a barbell. So we're talking about squats, deadlifts, bench, doing some rows, and some OHP, which is short for overhead press. That's if you want to work out your shoulders, which just a quick tip, I'll put that out there. Big shoulders looks really good. Tips: you want to shorten your rest times between sets and exercises. You don't really have a lot of time, especially if you're in high school. You're probably pretty busy. You got homework, you got after school activities, you got your family, you got whatever else you're doing after school. I don't know, I've been out of school for like a decade now. So in between sets, cut your rest time as short as you can. Another tip is work out during gym class if you have gym class. I took weight training in high school, and my whole thing with taking weight training was that I was going to take it seriously because I didn't want to go in there and just mess around like some of the other kids did. So if you have weight training, go in there, take it seriously, listen to what your coach is telling you, and actually put up some numbers. Another thing you can do is do some home bodyweight workouts. One of the classics people say is to do 100 push-ups a day, 200 push-ups a day, and you'll have this like crazy transformation. And you see all these YouTube videos that advertise this all the time. The honest answer is a lot of that's true. Like if you do 200 push-ups a day and you keep doing that for a while, you're going to see some decent gains. It's going to be nice, but after a while you're going to plateau because there's not enough resistance with doing just body weight push-ups. So that's when you'd want to transition into a bench press or like a shoulder press and throw around some actual heavier weight. But doing those daily 200 push-ups is definitely good. Even I still do those to this day. My story is that I was frustrated with the school gym. Like I mentioned up here, a lot of the times the gym was busy. It's hard to get in there. You end up waiting for equipment because there's other kids using the equipment. So you can use those tips that I said, is try to be efficient with your time, use short rest periods, and focus on the big compound lifts if you are going to be in the gym. All the real progress for me came from being efficient with my workouts, efficient with my time, and being smart about my programming. Okay, let's go on to the mental game in high school. What is the problem here? The problem is that high school is tough. It's so hard. There's so much going on. Assemblies, pretty girls, your teachers are on you. You've got no job. You just play video games all day after school. Your parents make you dinner. It's not that bad. I'm being sarcastic, of course. But on a real note, high school is tough sometimes. You've got your insecurities, your social pressure. You got conflicting advice, which is a big one. A lot of you high school kids spend time learning about this stuff on YouTube. And there's millions and millions of videos on YouTube. You're going to get conflicting advice from every guru, every person you talk to, and you're not sure who to listen to. End of the day, that makes it easy to give up. So, what is the solution here? The solution is to master your mindset. You need the right tools. You need to build confidence. You need to focus on your progress. Staying consistent is a super big thing too. What also helps is to find support, which is surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Your friends need to have the same goals as you. If your friends are constantly making fun of you for being skinny and they don't even work out, maybe drop those friends. You need to have friends who are real and who want better for you. You also need to ignore the haters. There's going to be people that hate on you. They're going to see you, you might post yourself in the gym, post yourself on your story that you're working out, and people might hate on that. Just know that those people are probably hating because they hate to see other people succeed, especially like yourself. So just keep it up. Find the support. Stay consistent. Keep going to the gym. Stay with your schedule. Stay disciplined, and you're going to build that confidence. And slowly those haters are going to turn into appreciators. That's what they're going to turn into. Believe in yourself. As corny as it is, believe in yourself. Keep showing up, and I promise things will change. For me, especially at first when I was very skinny, I was super self-conscious. I compared myself to everyone. For sure, a lot of other kids in school are skinny too. But I grew up in times of the internet, so Instagram's already a thing, YouTube's already a thing, and I wasn't comparing myself to these other kids in high school. I was comparing myself to these super jacked YouTube guru types who are all super shredded, but a lot of them are on gear, and that's going to mess up your mental state because you're not on gear, and you might not realize that those guys are on gear, which is going to make you think, wow, I'm not as big as those guys, I must be doing something wrong. So you need to realize that too, and that all is part of changing your mindset. Basically, I learned to believe in myself, and I learned to trust my own process from my own research. I did the time. I spent the time learning. I paid for courses, and that gave me the confidence to actually think about what I was doing, and I felt like I actually knew what I was doing. If you want to avoid all that, my program, I have a school community. It's absolutely vital for guys like you. If you're skinny, natural, maybe you're in high school, you don't have a lot of time, and you're trying to put on some actual real life natural muscle. The school community is filled with accountability because there's other people who are doing the same thing you're doing. You can get direct support from me. It really feels like a brotherhood. Like, if you don't have the right friends who aren't pushing you, hop in my school community, and we're all in this together. Like, we all have the same goals. We're all trying to be big together. We're all trying to change our lives and not be skinny forever. All right, let's wrap it up. I want to keep this video kind of short if I can. It's getting a little bit long. You've got practical tips now. You know what you should be bringing to school for your food. You've got a couple of hacks you can use in the gym. And we briefly talked about your mental game and how that can affect your gains in the gym too. But the truth is, knowing isn't enough. You're going to need consistent implementation and support as well too. My solution is that I built a complete A to Z system for skinny, natural guys who are just like you. Maybe you're skinny, maybe you've been in the gym for a minute, but you're not seeing any real gains. My program can finally change that for you. Here's what you get. You get the main program itself, of course, which is super extensive. It's about 8 to 12 weeks long. You get a bunch of nutrition guides. You get modules on mindset. I talk about the brotherhood with direct support from me. You get tons of trackers as well, too. What's the value in this? The value is that it's a complete done-for-you system. It's going to save you years of frustration. So you don't want to go about it the way I did, which is I spent years and years teaching myself how to lift, figuring it out on my own, teaching myself how to eat. I had no one teach me. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on courses and courses and courses that would teach me these things, but it was always information that was all puzzled differently, and I had to piece things together. So throughout those 15 years of lifting and my decades worth of researching this stuff, I learned it on my own. And what I'm trying to say is you don't need to do that. If you know someone who's already done it, who's done it before, who's helped other people do it, doesn't it make more sense just to ask them for help rather than do all that research and spend all that money yourself? It's basically what I'm trying to say. So if you are interested in that, feel free to check it out. The description will be in the link below. I'm also going to offer like a free training. I offer a free strategy call too. If you want to hop on the phone, we can talk about what's working for you, what's not working for you. We can talk about your goals, how I can help. I can probably pinpoint a couple of things you're doing wrong in your training. We can talk about that. Real quick, if you are interested and you're still watching the video, the list is pretty extensive, but this is what's included in that program if you were to check it out. It's the core training program itself. It's the main muscle building program. I offer beginner, intermediate, and advanced tracks for different levels as well. Alternative workout schedules, so that's your splits. If you do 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, or 5-day split, I've got options for that. That's a split is how often you're in the gym per week. I'm also going to put together a 6-day and 7-day split. If you're that guy that likes to be in the gym every day, that's totally cool too. Minimal equipment and home workout options. Say you missed the gym one day. Sorry, my buddy Isaac calling. To get to that later. Then you need to know what you can do at home. I have alternative exercises for each movement. Say you get injured, or say you get bored with the bench press. You need to know what to do instead, because no one wants to just bench press the entire year. It's going to get boring, and I promise you'll put in less effort because you get bored. I'll break down form, and I'll have video tutorials on how to do every lift, proper warm-up routines, proper post-workout stretch guides so you stay healthy, a mobility routine to prevent injury. I'll teach you how to deload properly, and recovery protocols like cold exposure, heat exposure, what to do on your rest day, that kind of thing. I'll also go over nutrition and supplementation. That's going to be a no BS nutrition guide. Meal plans and grocery lists. So that's going to be templates for 25 or 3,500 calorie plans. I'll teach you how to track your calories and how to track your macros too. I'll make it easy, and I'll provide walkthroughs. We're talking about budget-friendly eating guides. So for a lot of you high school guys, if you can't afford a super crazy diet, then I'll teach you how to gain muscle without breaking the bank. So a couple of hard gainer meal hacks. So this is a good way to fill up your calories when you're actually not hungry. Vitamin and supplementation guide. I used to take like 60 vitamins a day, probably 10 different supplements, and I'll tell you right now, a lot of it was bullshit. You can probably cut that down. You're literally like 4 or 5 vitamins and 2 or 3, maybe even 2 supplements. So don't waste money on that. I'll teach you how to save money on that. Pre-workout guide. Believe it or not, but it's actually important to time your caffeine, carbs, and hydration before a workout and after a workout. Sample daily eating routines. I'll tell you what it's like realistically to eat to gain muscle and what you need to eat to gain muscle. We'll go over mindset, habits, and lifestyle. This is really important, believe it or not, but mindset is a huge important factor when it comes to putting on muscle, because if you don't have the right mindset, I'll tell you right now, you're probably just going to give up. And if you don't go to the gym at all because you gave up, then you're not going to see gains, obviously. So I'll talk about the skinny guy mindset. There'll be a whole module on that. Discipline and motivation system, a time management framework, goal setting and milestone tracker, how to build a gym habit even if you've failed before. I'll teach you what to do when you miss a day or you start to fall off on your progress. Another important thing is recovery and optimization. I'll tell you right now that gains are 50-50. Half of it is spent in the gym and half of it is spent in recovery. If you go to the gym, you could spend 10 hours in the gym every day. But if you don't recover properly, I'll tell you right now, you're not going to see any gains. So that comes from sleep optimization. I'll teach you how to recover properly with different recovery protocols. I'll teach you how to manage your stress. It's really important as a high school kid because you got a lot of stuff going on, obviously. I'll tell you how to avoid overtraining and burnout too, because if you burn out, then, well, you won't be going to the gym because you're burned out. And if you don't go to the gym, you can't see any gains. And of course, I'll throw in some bonuses and tools as well. You'll see progress tracker sheets, printable workout logs. I'll have cheat sheets for each workout split, a skinny guy grocery list, a monthly Q&A or coaching call replays. That way, if you miss a replay, you can watch the replay. Private community access. So that's going to be access to the school community itself. You can ask questions, talk with others that are in the same shoes as you. Those people can help you stay accountable, and you can join the brotherhood. I'll have busy guy adaptation plans. This will kind of show you how to get results with just lifting 20 to 30 minutes a day, which is pretty much literally what I do. I only go to the gym twice a week right now, and it's Monday, Friday, and I literally go for like 30 to 35 minutes. If I'm in there for 40, I know I stayed too long. These are just a couple optional add-ons. I'm not sure if I'm going to add this yet, but down the road, I might. It's going to be things like one-on-one check-in calls, live form review / video analysis of your lifts. So I'll check out if you're doing your form correctly. Custom meal plan generator with a calculator. So that'll pretty much generate an entire meal plan specified to your needs and what you like eating. Challenge-based accelerator. So there'll be like a 30-day bulk challenge. That'll be like a group-wide, community-wide thing where we can challenge each other and see who comes up on top. Skinny Guy Summer Cut program. This is important for, it's not really designated for you guys necessarily, but it's for the guys who have successfully put on size. And we definitely have those in the community as well. And what I want to offer is a way for those guys to cut and shred down a little bit after putting on some bulk. And lastly, I'll have a build your own gym guide. This is for guys who can afford it and who want to start their own gym at home. Believe me when I say it's way more fun to work out at home. Like if you got a squat rack, you got a couple bumper plates, or you got a barbell, it's so much more fun to work out at your home. You take your clothes off, you listen to any music you want, you never have to wait, there's no one in line. Much prefer that. A girlfriend-proof guide to gym life. Probably not going to put that in there. We'll see. I don't know. But basically, yeah, if any of that sounds interesting to you guys, book a free call with me. We can schedule it. We can talk about it. Don't even worry about this. If you don't want to talk about this at all, we can talk about literally anything. We can talk about how you're going in the gym, how your goals are. If you need any help, it's free. Book a call with me. We'll talk it out. That'll be in the link below. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for another video. I will see you guys on the next one.